Hey y'all, it's Wild Riley and I'm back. I just wanted to do a quick video about my little sump pumper thing that I got going here. So this is just a standard horse trough, and it's underneath a great big willow tree. And the previous owner planted this willow tree because there's a spring right here. And I've kind of accentuated, if I take a step back, you can see I've accentuated this little depression here and created like a little dam and then a little scoop that heads out towards that gate, and it catches water from the yard and from the driveway, and it directs it into this little pond here, which is dried up. And then it's going to overflow up on the top side of this willow tree around the matted roots and then down back to the ditch where the blackberries are. And what I did though is I took the post hole digger right there and went as deep as I could with it. And I started digging down kind of underneath this soccer ball. And I found water and clay and sand, and well, I found enough water to where I couldn't dig out the hole anymore. So then I was like, well, what do I got here? So I had a little fountain in the yard. Had a little solar powered pump, $10 on Amazon. Right there, there's the little solar panel. It's all dirty. It's not really working to maximum efficiency, but that's okay because I don't want to suck that little spring dry too fast. So having just a little trickle like that is just totally fine because it's consistent. In the afternoon every day for about 3 or 4 hours, it begins trickling water into this little horse trough. And the bees are using it for a water source. Now, what happens when that little trough gets full? Well, it's angled to where it's just going to spill back into the hole. And at that point, it's just going to recycle any water that the horses don't drink or that the bees don't drink or that doesn't evaporate. Anything excess just spills over the little corner there, over the top of that soccer ball, and it just rains back into the hole. So that's just a little $10 way. I just used what I already had. I took a little waste paper basket you get at the Dollar Tree. We just kind of had it in the yard. Actually made crawdad traps out of it. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that one. And then I wrapped it in a 5-gallon paint strainer bag with the pump in the center and a chunk of iron, and just sank it to the bottom of that little spring hole so that it filters out any leaves or debris that finds its way down the hole. And now it's just gradually pumping water. And that's going to save us a little bit on our water bill. Actually, now I can take a 5-gallon bucket, scoop that water out of there, and then I could take it over here, which I probably wouldn't need to because the soil's pretty moist in here anyway. It's like damp soil. But I could technically come over here and water the pumpkins or any of the other plants in the yard. So there's an option for pumping water out of the ground for cheap. And when that little well pump thing wears out, which eventually it will, they're $10 a piece. Hopefully I get enough water out of the ground to make it worth that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Wild Riley out.